But now, how about that Four Seasons pizza? Well, here's that pizza dough all rolled out. And what we want to do is divide this pizza up into compartments. So I'm going to cut off a wad of dough and cut this again in half. What I want to do here is just roll this out under the palm of my hands so I can make some kind of a division on the dough. And you want to make sure you don't have too much flour, otherwise the dough will stick and will not stretch. So we want to make two rope shapes to go on our compartment there, to make our compartments, because this is a Four Seasons pizza, summer, fall, winter, and spring. So I just make a little rustic dividing line, just like that. And here's my other piece. This is kind of a fun pizza because everybody can pick what they like. Here we have fresh artichoke hearts, where you just take the leaves off the artichokes and you cook the artichoke until you have the heart. You take out that little thistle part of the artichoke. And this is nice and tender, and you put it on one compartment of your pizza. And if you didn't want to use fresh artichokes, well, you could use frozen artichokes. There's frozen artichokes, and for those, I wouldn't even cook them. I would just defrost them. These are just defrosted, and put them over your pizza. And if you're really, really desperate, well, then you can use canned artichokes. And here's a canned artichoke. These are artichokes in water, and you can put those on your pizza. I think you get the idea. And then for this, I like to use a wonderful melting cheese. This is Fontina from the Val d'Aosta in northern Italy. You can find that in a cheese shop, and it's a wonderful cow's milk cheese with a mild flavor. So you put it right on top of the artichokes, and that is your spring compartment. All right, that's spring, so you may like that one. You don't like spring? How about summer? Who doesn't like summer? And summer, of course, means tomatoes. So here we have fresh plum tomatoes. So you make a nice overlapping layer of tomatoes. They look pretty. And again, like we did for the escarole pizza, we have that fior di latte, the fresh mozzarella cheese, just cut up in little pieces. That goes on. And then, of course, you can't have summer without fresh basil. So you put on a little fresh basil. Starting to look good, huh? So that's spring and summer. How about fall? Well, for fall, I think mushrooms. And here we have a little saute of mushrooms, button mushrooms, and sweet red peppers. You just sprinkle those on into a compartment. Try to be a little bit neater than I am right now. Doesn't that look good? And then on top of that, I like provolone. And this is a wonderful, not real sharp provolone, but it's a cow's milk cheese, and you can grate that. It goes right over the top of that. And then, of course, we all love winter. And for winter, I think of potatoes and onions. So here we have thin slices of potatoes that we cooked very briefly in a little bit of olive oil. Just the onions really thinly sliced and the potatoes. And you know, sometimes I like to add a little bit of vinegar when I'm cooking the potatoes. It gives it a little bit of a bite. So you put that on the last compartment. And then with that, I like to use a wonderful sheep's milk cheese. This is pecorino. And we put a little saltiness over that. Then, when you have it like that, you give it a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil over the top, and it is ready for the oven. And if you're not cooking on a stone at 500 degrees, you are baking this pizza at 425 degrees on a baking sheet in your oven. So there you have it.